Well, good morning, guys. Well, we are back out here again at it, but we got a little problem. I keep hearing a little bit of a clicking sound inside here, and I believe that the blade is a little bit off. As you can see over here, it goes all the way to the edge, but over there there's quite a bit of a gap, so something's off somewhere. So I'm going to loose it all up and see if I can re-level it and get it back straight before we cut any more logs with it. We're gonna go with it. We are making boards. Look at the boards we made out of this log.
Oh. shit. That's pretty cool. Huh? We're gonna make a tree house when we buy.
Alright guys, we are making some progress. We are starting to get a little bit of siding going on, quite a few different sizes. It should make for a very interesting building, to say the least. Starting to work on the second one here, and I got some big ones over here with a couple of small ones, kind of mid-sized ones down up underneath. We should be able to get at least one more log today, but I'm gonna let Mike set this one up start to finish. I've been letting him get on the mill a little bit here and there. The first step, I got one to the point where all we was doing was 1/2-inch cuts, and kind of let him get used to kind of lowering and raising the sawmill a little bit. And then this last time I let him take it from the point where we needed to make some stickers to stick in between the slabs that we're doing, so air can get all the way around to dry it out. But now it is time for him to do a log start to finish. Now I know y'all don't see me on camera whenever he is there milling, but I am right outside of camera range watching every step, trying to make sure that he is being careful, you know, kind of like making sure these stay tucked in.
Oh, you just told me about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should be able to do it. I mean, what we're doing right now, it's not extremely complicated. It's basically one square cut, roll it, and then start cutting your 1/2-inch siding pieces. Of course, we got the supervisor here. Look at him, getting on to him already about the string.
I'm gonna do a better job, Ryder.
Yep. I tell you what, guys, Ryder don't play. Ryder don't play. If he sees something, he's gonna get on him. Look, you can hear him in the background. He's still getting on to him off camera about that string hanging. Ryder said, if there's a string hanging, I'm playing with it. Come on. All right, buddy. Well, we got to get back to work. Is that okay? let's see how Mike does start to finish with sawing a whole log. It's a very small log. I'm not putting him on one of those monsters yet. We're gonna do a little training log. And that's a dangerous combination, a scraper in Mike's hands.
Let's get it.
What do you think? Mike just got through cutting his first log by himself. He said there was some growing pains. What did you think about it?
So I actually liked it. I like working with saws and everything, but I tell you what, if you're not paying attention and keeping an eye on all of your locks, you're gonna be cutting logs and wasting your time. Everything's gotta be nice and easy and watching for everything.
I think this is a very good project for him, supervised of course. It actually gets him to slow down a little bit because it's very meticulous with this mill in here. You got to make sure your clamps are locked in, you got to make sure things are level, and you can't go too fast with the saw because you're going to break a blade or mess the cut up and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. But now we're going to take the training wheels off because the first one was the little baby log. This one is a little bit bigger. It's not huge, but it's definitely not small. It's got a lot of little knots on it. We're going to leave most of those right there that's cut, but stuff like that we need to go ahead and get off of there. This right here will actually give it a unique kind of live edge look later on down in the cut. I like it. All right guys, had to take a break from milling for a minute. We got to get some water over to the Drifting Dreamers. They've been using a 55-gallon drum and doing a water transfer pretty often, and that is very, very time consuming, and time is something that you don't have a lot of on a homestead. So we're going to see if we can cut that down by quite a bit here. Eventually they'll end up getting one and putting it up in the air and be able to gravity feed their camper. That way they don't have to do water transfers and all of that, and hence save even more time. Also, we have been busy, and on the last video, just in case you missed it, I'm going to show you something. What are you doing, Ryder? I know, it's windy out there, isn't it? As you can see on one of the other videos that we did, we cleaned up this area. We got the dishes washed, Also got a working sink now, which we're disconnecting right now to fill the water up. And we also now have hot showers on Come On Mountain. Man, you talk about a game changer. I took a 25-minute shower the other day when I first did that shower for the first time here on Come On Mountain. I'm not a long shower taker type person, but I went ahead and took some time to enjoy that accomplishment. And man, it was so nice just to take a long hot shower again. It's never happened here on the mountain, so exciting stuff. All right, let's get the water turned back on and get this filled up and get it over there to the Drifting Dreamers RV. All right, we got it filled up. Arkansas definitely has some hard water, some iron in it. Yeah, because of that right there. But it's water. I'll get a filter system on here one day. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Well, I think where we left off was we was putting that 250-gallon tote over there at the Drifting Dreamers. Got them some water going on. Come on. But you know what's the old saying? Wind, water, fire, right? We've had plenty of wind with all the storms that we've been having here lately. We took care of the water over there at the Drifting Dreamers, and now it's time to mess with some fire. Look what we got, guys. Boom. And of course we got the supervisor here. He's gonna make sure that everything is going safe with this whole project. He's a little worried about me playing with fire. I'm not so worried. But what we're gonna do today is we're going to burn some of this wood that y'all seen milled earlier in this video and also on my last couple of videos. We're gonna kind of use a couple of test little pieces that are not gonna be able to be good for anything, and kind of see what it looks like. I don't know if I'm gonna do the deep char thing like that Ichiban, Geekybon, Wukubon, whatever it's called. I'm not good with names, guys. Or if we're just gonna do like a lighter type burn just to kind of get that burnt look kind of going on. Don't know until we try. So we're gonna go ahead and get this hooked up and play with some fire. I'm excited about this morning, guys. Let's do it. Let's see what's in the box. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yep. That's that business end right there, guys. That's that business end. Next thing will be the hose. It's got a decent sized little hose on it, so that's good. And we also got a striker down there. I'm not gonna lie, I might have some flashbacks. The old striker I used to use when I was an iron worker lighting up the torch. Come on. All right guys, we got a connection here. It doesn't say that I need to use the Teflon tape, but I am gonna use some gray Teflon tape on here, just safety reasons. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Shouldn't take much. It's always opposite thread with gas. Something else that you might not know, whenever you're dealing with gas, you're always going to have a little line on your connection right there that lets you know that it is actually a gas line. And I should be using a crescent wrench or something like that, but don't have one handy. So I'm working with what I got. And I always double check the factory connection just to make sure. I like the fact it's got a nice long hose. And we're going to turn the gas on. It's probably going to take a ton of propane to do like a real deep char on this pine. It did not turn as fast as I thought it would, but it did turn. What do y'all think? I kind of like the look of it. Now on this next piece, I'm not going to try to char the whole thing. I'm just going to focus on a section and kind of see how long it's going to take to actually do like a deep char, and see if it actually be worth it. But I am liking the somewhat burnt look though. All right, let's give it a little scrape and see what happens. Well, I don't like the real charred look, honestly. What do you guys think? So I think I'm gonna go with the more burnt look, not the charred look. What do you think?
I definitely agree. That black char just looks a little too much. The one that's lighter charred, it looks more like a design. It looks nice.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and try one of these bigger planks get the whole thing done, and also 1 or 2 of the small ones, 1 or 2 of the big ones, and then we're going to put them up to the building, and we're going to go ahead and try to figure out exactly what design we want to go with as far as big and small, because I got a lot of different sizes here. Dealing with live edge wood, it's hard to get exact sizes, so you're going to have to deal with different types of wood. I've never done it before, so it's going to be trial and error. The best way I can think of to do it is put a couple of them on the building temporary and just kind of see how it's going to work. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think?
I think this is awesome. Look at that texture.
You definitely get a little bit of dark spots and stuff with all the sap and stuff out of the pine, which I kind of figured you was going to have that issue. But that's all right. I like the randomness of it. What is concerning me about the big ones here, though, is that they are bowing and stuff quite a bit. So that makes me worried about using the big ones as they dry. Even though these logs have been setting for a long time, they are warping quite a bit, which might end up causing a problem. I'm gonna put one up there and see if I can get the bend out of it and see what it looks like. But worst case scenario, I'll actually rip them in half, kind of make them smaller, and just stick with the smaller boards. Only one way to find out, though. Let's put a couple on the building and see what it looks like. Just like that, come on! All right, guys, we did it. We got the first wall up on the tiny house. Come on, man. There's been a lot going on in this video right here. We've done milling, we've burnt wood, we've done a 250-gallon total water over there at the Drifting Dreamers, and we got our first wall up of siding on the tiny house. Let's take a look at it. Look at that, guys. That is absolutely gorgeous. Right here is going to be the door to the pump house area. I'm going to leave the vapor barrier up for right now because I'm not ready to cut this door in, but it turned out really, really nice. It's exactly what I was hoping it would look like. You got some nice live edge features kind of scattered throughout. It looks really good. Up there I just kind of stepped it because I am going to do a soffit around this whole thing that will actually drop down and tie into that, so none of that right there will ever be seen. So I just used some of the scraps to kind of make that happen, but I think it turned out pretty good.
It looks like a work of art. It's
Yeah.
come together like a puzzle, really.
I think it's pretty cool.
All from a pine tree.
Yeah, on Come On Mountain.
Man, the first wall from the first house from the first tree on Come On Mountain.
Now guys, my plan is in the corners here. As you can see, this is not straight wood by any means, which makes it a little bit more difficult to work with. First time I've ever attempted this, but I am going to put some live edge pieces vertically on the corners and kind of tie them in where it looks like a tree kind of wraps the corner. So I think that'd be pretty cool if I could pull it off. I might use like the end caps that we do, so it's got a little bit of a beefier kind of look, and then kind of hollow out the center and then just kind of make the corner. I think that would look pretty cool. It would look like trees were growing on the corners. I'm trying to make this thing a work of art on Come On Mountain as my first build. I got to kind of swing for the fences. But I am excited, guys, to see the first wall up. So now all we got to do is keep on trucking at it. We did use most of the small that we had. We got about one more run up underneath there, about half a run up underneath there of smaller stuff that we'll be able to use over here. And we got a couple of there, and we still got some over there on the forks. But as you can see behind me, the sun is starting to set, and I got the goats over there hollering at me. They're ready for some groceries. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, guys. I am glad that you could come along on this adventure with me. It's exciting stuff here on Come On Mountain. And we're just getting started. So until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure.